This to continue the conversation. Michael Wolff, co-founder and CEO of Activate, former Viacom man himself, so you know a little bit about these companies, if not a lot.
Definitely. Everyone's been watching what's going to happen
What's going to happen? The family wins. There's
right, the family wins. Remember, it's a control company. And so Sherry Redstone really can do whatever she wants. The boards serve at her pleasure.
But so just explain, for the audience, explain how you think the deal will actually work itself out, given the size of CBS relative to Viacom, and given sort of the management that at least we keep hearing about with Bob Bakish running it, how that works.
Yeah,
this sort of take over, take under situation.
Yeah, I mean, they're already. I mean, I think the big issue today is the exchange ratio, right, which we're not going to have any window into it. But I think importantly, you have to look at what are the benefits of this. First of all, of course, there's cost savings. It's more leverage with cable operators and direct broadcast satellite operators in terms of making sure that the networks don't get re-tiered.
Right.
As Julie was saying, CBS, between CBS All Access and Showtime, they've already got 8 million subscribers. Viacom comes into this with their Pluto service, which is ad-supported. So there's a lot that's going to happen here. And the fact that both of them have shown increases in domestic ad sales shows that the advertising market's still going to be robust.
Let me ask you a pricing question, though. And this, by the way, is going to apply to CBS, and it's All Access, the Showtime package as well, and just about everybody in the industry. We talked earlier this week about what Disney announced in terms of this Hulu package at $12.99. Hulu and Disney Plus together, $12.99.
And ESPN. Yeah.
And ESPN.
Basically, you get ESPN
everything.
for free.
You get ESPN for free. Doesn't that mean that effectively, as long as Disney's out there with that price, that it means that none of these guys are going to be able to raise prices? And what does that do to their business?
Well, I mean, the issue...
By the way, some of them not even raise prices. Some may actually have to lower their prices.
Right. I mean, the bigger issue is not about the pricing. It's about the customer acquisition costs. So in some cases, they're paying as much as 30, 40% to Amazon to sell their services. And so that's going to put a huge crimp on profitability. Yes, it's going to be hard for Netflix to raise prices, but it's going to be hard for them to gain the scale and subscribers that they're going to need unless they're going to give away forever a big piece of their revenue.
What does HBO do on HBO Max, pricing-wise, do you think?
It's not clear yet. HBO Max, this puts the pressure on HBO Max to not be higher priced than these other services. Some of it's going to come down to not just the originals that they have, but also the library programming that they have. So with NBC pulling back The Office, and our research shows that people don't come for the originals. They actually come for the library, and they may stay for the originals.
Hold on. Julia, I want to get to you in half a second. I can't believe that. That defies the logic. Yes, I think people spend more hours watching the library than they do the originals. But you think they actually come for the library?
Absolutely.
Why don't we see subs sign up on Netflix whenever there's a new season of, you name it, Orange is the New Black or House of Cards?
Yeah, I mean,
but the library never seems to be moving the needle.
Don't they come for that?
Well, but the library doesn't seem to. The library is moving the needle, and actually, I think they're going to suffer. I mean, the reason why we see that is those are incremental subscribers, and yes, there may be other people who are signing up, but the great majority of the subscribers, what they're watching and what they're interested in, is the library programming.
Hey, Julia, jump in.
Yeah, well, I think it's interesting because you're talking about the cost of these services, how much people are going to be willing to pay, how all these different services are going to shake out. But I do think it's worth noting on the heels of those Viacom earnings that Viacom's big play here is in the free ad-supported content with Pluto TV. So I think as we see Disney, fight it out with Netflix and all of these other pay services, we are going to see the rise of these free ad-supported services. And part of that is just because that digital premium content ad revenue is so valuable in this space. That's what Hulu is in a lot of ways about. Even though Disney is offering this bundle with these three services, they're going to make money from those Hulu subscribers because they're going to be watching those valuable digital video ads. So I think that that's something to keep in mind, that there are going to be two different battles here, one for the ad dollars and the other for the subscription dollars. But back to this question of what draws people into the new services, I have always heard that it's the new content, which, by the way, that Netflix advertises with great expense, that brings people in. And then what they do once they watch a new season of a new show is they just stick around and watch what used to be The Office.
Final word. You're flipping that script around, it sounds like.
Yeah, all of our research shows the opposite, and we'll stick with that.